The esteemed Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "The key is to surround yourself only with those who elevate you, whose presence brings out the best in you." You've likely come across the saying, "You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Today, we'll dive deeper into this concept from a Stoic perspective, exploring the 7 types of individuals who might hinder your progress in Stoic philosophy, and how to handle these challenging relationships. Before we dive in, if you find value in this video, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could give it a thumbs up to help spread the teachings of Stoic philosophy. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend doing so and activating the notification bell so you won't miss any upcoming videos. Type of person number 1, the complainer. We all know that person, whether a friend, family member, or coworker, who always seems to focus on the negative. Whether it's the weather, their job, or even the food at a popular restaurant, they're quick to share their grievances. You may wonder, why should I be concerned? I can just ignore them. But it's not always that simple. Constant exposure to this negativity can slowly drain your mental energy. It's like a leaky faucet, subtly depleting your emotional reservoir. Stoicism encourages us to focus on solutions, not problems. Picture this. You're working with a chronic complainer on a project. Every meeting devolves into an exhausting session of grievances with no productive solutions in sight. This dampens the morale of the group, distracts you from finding actionable answers, and might even lead to feelings of disillusionment with the project or life itself. So how does Stoicism help? First, limit your exposure to them whenever possible. If that's not feasible, like if they're a family member or coworker, mentally distance yourself during their rants. Think of their complaints as a storm, loud, unsettling, but ultimately temporary and powerless against your inner calm. Another tactic is to guide the conversation toward solutions, or change the subject to something more constructive. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. By embracing this mindset, you protect your peace and avoid being swayed by the negativity of habitual complainers. Type of person number 2, the drama magnet. Imagine life as a ship sailing through calm waters when suddenly you encounter a dramatic whirlpool, the drama magnet. This person always seems caught up in a never-ending series of crises, conflicts, or controversies. Like a whirlpool, they can draw you into their chaotic world. Initially, you might be attracted to their energy, mistaking it for excitement or passion. However, you'll soon discover that being in their orbit is like navigating a storm, exhausting and perilous. What makes dealing with a drama magnet tricky is that their crises often start to feel like your own. Their chaos is contagious. For instance, a friend might have ongoing fallouts with members of your social circle. Today it's Sarah, tomorrow it's Tom. They come to you for advice, and next thing you know, you're also at odds with Sarah or Tom because you tried to intervene. So, how do you handle a drama magnet? One useful approach is reflective listening. Rather than giving advice or taking sides, mirror their words back to them. If they say, "I feel betrayed by Sarah's words," you could respond, "So you're feeling betrayed by Sarah." This technique helps provide emotional support without getting caught up in the drama. Another method might sound counterintuitive: become selectively unavailable. Stoicism teaches us to value our time. So, turn off your phone during focus periods or let others know you're not to be disturbed at certain times. Seneca reminds us, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence on the future. When dealing with drama magnets, this mindset encourages us to concentrate on the present moment, free from their turmoil. Type of person number 3, the naysayer. Picture this: you're an artist, painting a vibrant canvas. Every brushstroke adds depth and life to your vision. But then, the naysayer enters your studio. They glance at your work and immediately begin critiquing it. Are you sure about that color? That doesn't look realistic. Most artists never make it. Their words are like gray strokes, dulling your colorful creation. Unlike constructive criticism, which can be helpful, the naysayer's constant doubt is damaging. For example, if you're pursuing a new career, you've done your research, talked to experts, and taken some courses. But when you share your enthusiasm with the naysayer, they quickly list reasons it won't work. The market's too competitive. Or what if you fail? Soon, their doubts cloud your vision, and your confidence wavers. So how do you deal with a naysayer? One approach is to ask for their advice rather than just sharing your plans. This puts them in a position to offer constructive feedback instead of attacking your ideas. Another technique is positive confrontation. If they say, "You'll never change careers at your age," challenge them with, "Interesting perspective. How do you think someone could successfully make a career change?" This redirects the conversation and fosters more productive dialogue. And as Epictetus wisely said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This doesn't mean absorbing negativity. It means discerning valuable input from noise. When naysayers cloud your canvas, step back, listen, reflect, and continue painting your life with the colors that resonate with you. Type of person number 4, the victim. Imagine life as a chess game. Each player has the same pieces and goal, checkmate. You think strategically, take risks, and make sacrifices. But the victim? They blame the board, the pieces, or the opponent for every poor move. In their eyes, they're perpetually in checkmate. Not because of their choices, but because the universe is working against them. The victim's narrative is a constant story of misfortune, with them as the helpless protagonist. I can't advance in my job because my boss dislikes me. Or I can't get fit because of my bad genes. While some face genuine hardships, the victim uses their struggles as a permanent excuse, refusing to take responsibility. And, before you know it, you may find yourself entangled in their story as the one who must constantly rescue them. How do you deal with a victim? The Stoic approach is to draw a clear boundary. Offer empathy but avoid stepping in as their perpetual rescuer. Instead, practice compassionate detachment, listen, but don't try to fix everything for them. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have performed the injustice." Don't get caught in the victim's narrative. Take control of your own moves on the chessboard of life. And remember, perpetual checkmate is often a choice, not a fate. Type of person number 5, the toxic positivist. You know the type, always exuding sunshine and rainbows, telling you to just be happy during tough times, dismissing your emotions with a flick of the wrist. Imagine your life as a garden, flowers, weeds, and pests. The toxic positivist insists on ignoring everything but the flowers. Got aphids on your leaves? Just focus on the flowers, they'll say, while it sounds uplifting. This mindset invalidates your feelings and overlooks the complexities of real-life challenges. Suppose you're going through a difficult breakup. You're sad and confused, seeking emotional balance. The toxic positivist responds, "There are plenty of fish in the sea. Just smile and move on." This shallow optimism ignores the depth of your emotions. How do you handle this? Engage them in a conversation that acknowledges both the light and the shadow. If they say, "Look on the bright side," you could reply, "I'm grateful for my health, but it's also okay for me to feel upset about this specific issue." By practicing emotional granularity, recognizing and labeling the nuances in your feelings, you can deflect their oversimplified optimism. As Seneca said, true happiness is to understand our duties toward God and man, to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. A Stoic approach isn't about only focusing on the positive or the negative, it's about embracing the full spectrum of life with equanimity. Type of person number 6, the manipulator. Imagine your life as a movie script. You're the main character, and you have a vision for your story. But the manipulator is like a shadowy producer, subtly rewriting your script without your awareness. Skilled in emotional manipulation, they use flattery, guilt, or deceit to push you in directions that serve them. They may convince you to pay for dinner by playing on your success and their supposed hardship. Over time, you realize your generosity is being exploited, but confronting them feels awkward because they've framed it as a favor. To counteract a manipulator's tactics, try fogging, agreeing with any truth in their statements but refusing to be moved by emotional coercion. If they say, "You're so successful, you should cover dinner," You could respond, "I've been doing well, but let's split the bill as usual." Also, set clear boundaries and enforce them. If they ask for money or favors, calmly and assertively say no. Remember, as Epictetus taught us, we can't control external events, but we can control our reactions. Manipulators thrive on predictable responses, so choose to respond differently and regain control of your script. Type of person number 7, the time vampire. Picture your day as a finely tuned symphony. Each task or commitment is an instrument playing in harmony. Then, the time vampire enters, disrupting the flow and turning your symphony into a cacophony. These individuals may not be malicious, but their trivial interruptions, whether it's a colleague's endless questions or a friend's constant social invites, can drain your time and energy. To protect your symphony, try using the Pomodoro technique. Work in focused intervals, making it clear you're not to be disturbed. If social vampires suck your time, practice the art of saying no. Remember, declining an invitation isn't rejecting the person, it's affirming your own priorities. As Seneca said, life, if well lived, is long enough. Stoicism teaches us to guard our time wisely, as it is the canvas upon which we paint our lives. Conclusion. As we conclude today's exploration of the people who can derail our Stoic journey, remember that self-awareness is crucial. It's easy to spot these types in others, but the real challenge is looking inward. Could you be playing one of these roles in someone else's life? Stoicism isn't only about navigating external challenges. It's about understanding and improving ourselves. If today's video sparked any realizations or insights, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, may your choices reflect your virtues, your actions embody wisdom, and your life be the masterpiece you're destined to create.